All right, my trendsetters, how y'all doing out there? I think I done calmed down. I done made a couple of videos expressing my thoughts about things, but I think I got it out and I'm good. I'm not going to post them though, because it was just, things that come with the territory of being a content creator and, people being delulu. Okay, but anyway, love everybody. Yeah. But anyway, I think that we should be very proud that TMZ has entered the chat. Now, I don't have any true faith or trust in TMZ per se for honoring the truth or journalistic integrity. Nah. But I do believe that they do have to do their job, at some point. I mean, come on now. It's like, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, they entered the building. You seen Bino out there interviewing. Now, Chrisean is mad at that because she done threatened his life. I know y'all seen that as well. Now, a couple of people that I'm sure we share the same people that we watch. Now, it was kind of interesting to see that Z-Banger actually is a rock tard. I didn't know that. I was like, still? Right now? Like, right now, you still a rock tard. But anyway. I don't want no smoke either. I'm just listening. And rock tards is just to say a fan. All right, and we're gonna move on, and I'm leaving that alone, and But anyway, I also heard that DJ Sky, and I only said his name because I had referenced one of his videos, some information, but yeah, I don't know. You gotta call everybody out. Can't pick and choose. But anyway, that DJ Sky and Chrisean Rock done fell out. Now I believe she said that DJ Sky unfollowed Chrisean. Now I wonder what happened there. Now a couple of readings in regards to Zeus. We did see that people were going to be walking away. It was coming up in the cards. Anytime you see the Eight of Cups come up, that's usually indicating walking away, shattered dreams. Now I didn't think it was going to be this quick. Now I'm not sure if they're still under contract and obligated to do some of these things. You done got monies and stuff. I don't know. But I know your girl is out here threatening people for putting their mouth on Junior. That's the way the pastor said. When you put your mouth on the pastor, the Lord gonna strike you down. And she out here threatening people. And she said they ain't gonna learn. They don't learn until it happens. I'm like, how they know when they up there in the sky floating down, looking down? or they in hell looking up? Where am I? What have I done? I'm sorry, Junior. Now we also see two of Marsh's sisters, and I said, "Well, wow, they look very different." They don't look like they come from the same egg or batch. I don't know, just an observation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, some nasty energies going around here. Nasty. And I'm talking about, I have never seen the devil quote so much scripture. I'm talking about the girl is quoting so much scripture around here, talking about Chrisean. I wonder who gave her that name Chrisean, because it's spelled like Crayola. Now I also was trying to think about. Remember, I was trying to figure out that movie that she reminded me of, and it was this right here, and I was like, that's it. And it's also Patient. Let me see if I can find it. Is it Patient 39? What was it? Is it? Yeah. Let me see.
Patient 39 Inches is a drama film from 2014. It's about a soldier who wakes up from a coma with amnesia, trying to find out who he is. The film follows his relationship with...
No, that's not it. That's not it. But anyway. Orphan. It was Orphan. Have y'all ever seen this movie? It was so good. Because this is what she was giving me. Because this is a grown-ass lady still trying to maintain the persona of a young child. And it's so crazy that even though she wanted to maintain a child, the family that she was adopted by, she wanted to take the wife out and become, you know, the husband's wife. Look like that. Now, it made me think about Chrisean, because Tifa, where Chastity said it, and she said it multiple times, which make me think that it's true, that Chrisean could not stay, because we are aware that Chrisean was living with Tifa, and she couldn't stand there because she was trying to sleep with her man. Now, this could explain, you know, the grievance they had between them. Now, being that Tifa is 7, we're going to say 7, just to give her, you know, just to be fair, because we don't know. Damn, I was looking at her today, and she actually looked older than Terrain. But then again, it's probably because Terrain, I don't think she drank. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that if Tifa, was to quit drinking, that she would continue to look like that either. You know, I think it's, you know, the weight of the what do they call them? Hangovers. You know how hangovers will fuck you up. They will. I used to drink. This is why I know. Okay? Yeah, and it be heavy. It's a heavy energy. But and I'm thinking about when Tifa said that the mother practically, you know, gave her out of the womb, that there had to be a deep connection, whether she wanted to, you know, care for her or not. But because she mentioned it and said it, you know, it gives me the feeling that, you know, she did this. I mean, it's just some things that you just don't roll off the tongue, you know, if it's not true. You can tell when things are you can tell. Now, I also want to say this, y'all, and I'm not saying this to think that I'm the know all be all, or that, you know, this gives me any more credibility. but I have a bachelor's in social work. Now, I initially went to school for psychology. I don't know if I told this to y'all before or not. I know probably on another channel. I don't know if I told you this or not. But I went to school for psychology. My teacher told me I shouldn't go for my own personal needs too. That's what she told me. You go to get a job. But because my own family dynamic and the dysfunction of that and mental illness, I wanted to learn psychology. I wanted to know how the brain frickin' worked. Now, only through academic advisement did I actually initially become a social worker. Minored in sociology. Now, while people may think that social work is, very limited, it's not. It's really teaching you about religion. I'm talking about global, understandings, belief systems, behavior, even, like circumcision, how women would, and it give you, we had actual case studies. I remember, we had this, case study, and it was, I think she was like 8 months, but was essayed, and I'm talking about, of course, there probably were more before her, after her, of course, but yeah, and sometimes when especially me, I would never fathom anything like that happening. Even the things that went on with Chrisean family, it's like everybody around here mind is blown. Even though we know what happened, we see this stuff on TV, but to really see this is crazy. Now, because, even though she didn't give birth to her, there still had to be a connect. And I'm only thinking about my own. I remember when my mom had my little brother. Now, I think we 4 years apart. But I remember, she didn't give him to me. I took his ass. I think I probably was 6 or 5. What? Well, shit. That was the prettiest baby I think I ever seen in my life. And I still stand on that right now today. And to make it so bad, his name is Mookie. And that is crazy. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Now, and I can understand the sibling rivalry with 5 brothers. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I actually do got 5 brothers. And 1 sister. But, it was 5 of us in the household, others outside the marriage. But anyway, yeah. Child, all the fighting, but we made up. I mean, it was like it never happened when we got older, other than my sister. I don't understand what was wrong with her. Yeah, I don't get it. And I'm the baby. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. I was always trying to be like you, girl. Why you hate me? I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Sometimes I understand when you just need to love people from a distance and let them be in that cray-cray. It's going to be all right. I promise. It will be okay. And I'm just trying to understand, because I would hope that they would actually listen to the reading and take any advice. But I really do know and understand that none of this will ever be resolved if they don't clean up first. They got to let go of the addictions. Because, even though any relationship they have with a spouse is going to be the same way it is with their siblings. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably why Terrain, she thinks she all that, but she around here messing with the pastor. And I picked that up just recently. And I knew nothing about it. And Spirit brung that little video with her kissing him in the lip. I was like, whoa. You ever do that? Now, I know my readers out here know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll pick up on something and damn, here it comes. Confirming what you just said, thought, said. Yeah, but I think about what the other oldest sister that was on the car butt naked, how she got on today and was talking. This is how I found out that Z Banger was a rock tart. I didn't know it though, but anyway, she was talking about Chrisean, and she was saying how Chrisean didn't have a mother and a father, a grandmother and a grandfather, She didn't have that stability, even though we understand that she didn't need them either, being the way that they were, but I don't think she meant it, in that form. I think that she means that she didn't have anything. It was almost like being raised by herself. I can understand that, because my father, left when I was about maybe 5 years old, and my mom, she had to work, so that ain't leave nobody but my crazy ass sister to take care of me. Even though I wasn't no baby, she resented that. You gotta stay home and you gotta watch these kids while I go to work and try to feed your crazy ass, girl. Even though you ain't had to change no diapers. She ain't want to do that though. But anyway, boy, child, I don't know. It's like, and she really resented my mom. I'm talking about, like, don't like her at all. And me, I'm just the opposite. Like the way I scream about the mother universe, that's the way I feel about my mom. Like, I'll take you out, Jack, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't get it when people don't like their mom. I don't understand it. I don't know. I love my mom. She's not here with us, though. But, I'm just trying to understand Chrisean craziness, Because it's hard. It's just like, being raised, and I'm just thinking about, Chastity. And both of them little fuckers killed the dog? That's disturbing. Because that's kind of like a telltale sign of a sociopath, serial killer shit right there. When you around here harming animals and shit. And that both of them did it. Because China was just on, I'm talking about crying like a baby. I'm talking about, I was like, well, damn, where's all that energy for Junior? I said, all we need is Peter. We'll get some straightening around here. Boy, I'll tell you, it's like, God. I was like, whoa. Anybody else seen that shit? When she was, I'm talking about, I heard the snot through I could feel it all in my face the way she was crying about the dog that she gave to her mom, that Chastity took out, and Chrisean took one out too. I was like, God. Yeah. And Trauma said that Chastity is worse than Chrisean. But they right there, they like right there together. And I bet she was, and I think it was had a lot to do with survival. Can you imagine? And all that nasty bad behavior is because of, and you just think about how pretty they were. Can you imagine? I'm just thinking about myself because, at 5 years old, because all of us was healthy children. And I think about myself when I was 11, 12. Shit, around here with all this tail and stuff like that. Low-waisted and stuff like that. Child, please. Girl. I remember grown men looking at me. Yeah. I remember our neighbor tried to mess with me. Yeah. Grown ass man. I remember it. He ain't never penetrate me, but still. I'm pretty sure that they wasn't that lucky. Understanding the family that they had. And then listening to the cousin. I finally seen a first cousin explaining, what went on with Chastity and Mookie. And even, well, he said an uncle. And that wouldn't, Mookie would have been his cousin, not his, I don't know, child. Listen, there's so much going on with that daggone family. But, I wonder what happened with DJ Scott. And where is Ray J? Y'all don't find that suspicious? Like he done went ghost. Where he at? Where he at? There's so much going on. And off the topic, I just want to give y'all something else that's very strange. I came across Neo Tarot, and she was doing a reading on the White House being tore down. I was like, what the hell is going on? All off topic, but that's just... Oh, boy, talk about the Twilight Zone. What is really going on around here, right? Now, somebody did say something in regards to me doing, and this is the only thing I'm going to address. Other than that, I just want you to think about this, darling, and see if this makes any logical sense. That I should only do readings on Junior. Other than that, anything else I do is a waste of time. Junior is not the only person involved in this situation. I mean, and I don't be wanting to be insulting, but I sometimes when things are so illogical like that, I be just like, wow. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So let's pull some cards on to see what's going on with the Zeus. The energy. Because I don't like them motherfuckers. I want to end them. I want them bitches to burn in hell. I want Zeus, is his name Lemmy? I want Lemmy's father and mother to get it too. I want the universe to get them all the fucking smoke it is. I want their church to burn to the fucking ground without the people in it. Alright? Give us a reading on the Zues Network. Let's give us the energy. Ooh, it's under judgment. Look, on the 10 sticking out. Now this is... Ooh! Look, now, look, this is the boss, Lemmy. And look at all that behind his back. But right next to the fucking devil. Look at that. With judgment. Oh, bitch. Look at that. All that fell out there like that. Not one good card. Not one good card. So can I bring this into manifestation spirit? Can you whoop his ass? This is Mother. It's called Mother Universe for a reason. This is a womb that you live in. Respect it. Like that girl said, respect the law. Respect the law. Alright, yeah. Alright, let's put energy on Lemmy. Good. Look. And look, his money all in the reverse. 10 Pentacles. Lax balance. And whatever the hell he working on. You know? Both of them. That's 10. Then I say his whole family get all they asses. And the only reason why I want his father and his mother together is because they went on a tour. And said, I'm proud of you, son. And they ain't American either. You know, take that shit over there in Africa where the fuck you know you from. And I no offense. But listen. This is a Hierophant. This is a cult. This is the church. Because that's the Pope. This is the Mother. That's the Empress energy. Yeah, that everybody gotta pay. Everybody gotta pay. Everybody gotta pay. But people gotta stop, supporting that. If you don't subscribe. Now this is feminine energy. Now I know a lot of people believe that when the Bible says honor thy mother and thy father, their days will be long. But it's talking about their overall energy. The one that exuding you. It's the masculine and feminine energy. Everybody around here talking about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. What about mommy? The mother gave birth to him. She's the wisdom bringer. I mean, I'm going to leave that alone. But anyway. Yeah, this judgment. That's the crossroads right there. Yeah. And I see some things being investigated. And even his heart, how he make his money. Yeah, he choices. The sun, the moon. Yeah, bitch, you gonna get it. Yeah. Let me see. Not the. Where they at? I want to pull Alice in Wonderland. Oh. Yeah. Now, this is never jammed today. You know, like almost want his cake and eat it too. Because I'm just thinking about, I'm going to read it out to you. And it says, never jam today. You know, this is promises that never come to be, empty words, not living in the now. You know, it's not parting from, you know, it's not bringing that balance. You know, it's not doing the right thing. Because remember, that balance and yin and yang energy represents Maya energy. You know, it's the law. You know, what goes around comes around. And it looks like it's spinning too. You know, because, you know, right. But you can see if it shifts, if it turns, it's turning. It's like this is turning. You can also see this is like money falling out of a bitch pocket. Now, I wanted to show you something that Spirit showed me. Yeah, a long time ago when I began to play with the cards. And now I don't think that the author had this in mind. And I was like, wow. It was almost like confirming to me what the yin and yang energy was. You know? I just bought some cards. I ain't know nothing about no damn tarot. Nothing. I think I don't know if this was my first. It was something like this, one of these decks right here, but I couldn't figure out how to play them, so I said, let me get some of these. You know. And I just wasn't giving up. I think it took me maybe like 4 months probably to get comfortable with doing a read. Now this, and it gave me the Maya bird, and you can tell that because I was doing a read and I actually doing my 3 light, and it came like that, and I was like, oh, so that's the Maya bird. Is it? I'm trying to think. What deck is in there? Yeah. And because I had these as well. And I was like, oh. And it's like you got to have each other back. And I'm telling you, if it's not balanced within the self, it's not going to be balanced on the external. You know, you have to have, and it's the high priest and the high priestess. And you got to have, and see, you can tell that they didn't mean it because it would have been, you know, the same wing even. Anyway, but, you know, Spirit was showing me that. And I was like, oh, that's balanced energy. You know? Now, I want to say that, I'm not trying to tell you to be a tarot card reader or an oracle reader or anything like that right there. But if you ain't got no cards, then you want to find a way to communicate if you have difficulties communicating with your higher self, is the mother, the whoever you want to goddamn communicate with. Get some cards. Now, I don't call on deities to come into the reading. I personally feel that I'm talking to the Great Mother, Tiamat, the Creator, which is masculine and feminine energy. I don't see it as a man or a woman, but energy. I don't think that a man could do this. This is just too profound right here to create such a specimen. You know what I mean? Now they can clone it, but it ain't organic. Alright? Now let me see. It's not organic. And that's probably why we get, comments like we do. This ain't no damn comments. Sit! It's a joke. You ever see people that's book smart and they got a goddamn bit of common sense? Yeah. Okay. Like, really? Now you got choices showing up right here. Yeah, because everybody got feeling blocked and restraint. If that's how you feeling with this money over here, I don't know. Something. Something, 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 something. Yeah, follow the right rabbit. The rabbit hole go deep. Yeah, I told you. Something isn't being investigated. It's probably all them missing girls. Somebody said it was 2 girls that went missing. Look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. Follow the white rabbit and investigate this here. Now, it could be something else beyond, that. I think that he was being investigated for something else. This is why I discovered that his parents owned the church. It was something else going on. I don't know exactly what it was. I forgot. Yeah, but now, something we about to learn in regard. Yeah, it's just giving him that Masonic order right there. And also, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Follow your own good advice. Yeah, and belong to your own dreams. And that would be advice for all the ladies there, because that ain't it. Now, Tommy. Oh, God. Ooh. When I say that was the whole nastiness about it. Then she opened up her legs and said that she about to trick with the white man and somebody about to eat her cootie cat. I was like, what? Now, I'm talking about no shame, y'all. I was like, God damn. Woo! And believe is coming out again. And something. Look, the universe is about to show us something. Because the Empress, the Empire, the Great Mother, something. And it's right here with believe. And this is, wow. Three and 31. It's like, it's, wow. Look at that. Oh, wow. And look, 3, 3, and 31. But ain't that kind of creepy because of the 333? Ain't that? You don't think that's kind of creepy? Even though the 1 is there? You don't find that suspicious? And look what's at the bottom of the deck. You can't go back to yesterday. In regards to those choices that you make, it's very important that you are aware of the choices that you make. This is why I'm telling you that even though, and to make it so bad, Chrisean posted a picture of Petey. Now, I'm not sure where Petey at, but I don't think that it was in a good context in regards to why she posted him. Because him losing his, scholarship. I'm sure he lost it. The football. I'm talking about, when I say that ciphering energy is a real thing, because I seen, and it's almost like Spirit put it right there in front of my face. Okay, you see this part where she prayed with them, and now see this part when he was so excited and he had 3 boys behind him, 2 boys, which made them 3, and she prayed for them, and all of a sudden they were in another video together, and he was telling her that this behavior is going to get me in trouble, and she was cussing his ass out. I can do what I want to do. I can post, not caring that it was going to get him in trouble, when she is definitely right. She can't do that. I think she could have came off the live or calmed down whatever she was doing until they was away from each other. But when you understand that, and you still around her understanding that it's going to get you in trouble, you have to take accountability. But she ain't give a damn. But now I think she got that energy. That's probably why she sustained a little bit longer. Yeah, but just like Blue, he thought he was doing the damn thing too. That's why his ass is locked up. There's no lesser of the 2 evil. Evil is just evil. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, it looks like some communication is coming to Lemmy that's gonna have him stress the fuck out. Maybe gonna sit him down. And right here where it says promises that never come. Now these wands sometimes could be physical, could be an ass whooping. After all, that was the prayer or the spell. Whoop his ass. Right around here got all them getting their ass whooped. I want to see him with a black eye or 2. Look. Ooh, but look at the moon. And wasn't it there before? I mean, the sun and the moon. Yeah, and never jam today, Promises that never come, Secrets, lies, deception, Something about some money. Ooh-wee. Now, source, the sun. The source represents the source of creation, right? Right there with the tower and the magician. Oh my God. And there's the choice card in regards to money. Bitch. Wow.
Let there be light.
Look, the King of Wands looking at the moon. Something. Now he might be experiencing a little money troubles or something like that right there. Look, the wheel. Uh-oh, Spirit, talk to me. Y'all know every time they do that, it's a form of confirmation. Yeah. Because this is just like an emperor. This is even like, not even emperor. Step down. But it's leadership, but it's like, demoted. Huh, what is that about? Temperance will follow the right rabbit. And this is an angel. Wisdom. Michael. Sagittarius. Wow. Right there. Like feminine, masculine energy. Right on his ass. Looking at the moon. Huh. Now, some could be weighing on his conscience. Let me see. Because we can't see that he's up against some energies because they're in front of him. And that's what's coming over here. And because these two would make 9 wands, you know, with this. Because, you know, the 9 does indicate a transition. We're in the year of the 9. And remember, temperance is all about tempering oneself from temptation. You know, but follow the right rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. Let me see. And I believe we're going to say that it's something definitely about this right here because it showed itself a couple of times. Now see, the Empress is here, and this is a card of action under her. Looking at Temperance, which is giving me the feeling that Temperance is the action in regards to, you know, this information. Now, because the card is looking at the moon, you know, it holds secrets. And it's almost like, and maybe he don't see what's about to come, what's on his ass, what's on his trail, because he's looking, you know, that way, not looking forward. And because this card is talking about not living in the now. That's what it say. Never jam today. Never moving forward. Always still out here in the past doing the wrong bullshit. You know? Let me see. You see, I'm trying to show y'all how, you know. Now somebody else could have this same cards and read it totally different. But Not to say that either is right or wrong, but it's just impossible that, you know. I don't know. I think I think everybody got their own kind of style. Let me just leave that there. Now, believe with the King of Swords, because this is one, and it says strange encounters, and it's the truth, though. You know, the King of Swords stands for the truth. Right here with believe in the Empress. Strange encounter. Something out to whoop his ass in regards to work. And I told you just a few minutes ago that the Eight of Cups means shattered fucking dreams. And see, on this side, I always pay attention to what side is on, because this is the community card. This is work. Bitch. Whatever this is, that money, that's why it's in reverse over here. You know? It's darkness, bitch. And we seen the investigating card. Something going on. Alright. Limit. The magician is here. Look. The Fool and the Death card. I don't know. I just get the feeling they did something foolish now. I'm going to pick it up in reverse. There you go. Eight of Cups on the 8, which is the 8th house. And you know, not living in the now with this lack of balance, because even though this is moving on, it's like, I'm going to stick it out. And look at the restrictions right here. Now, because it's in the reverse, it's something mental. You know, remember that this is emotions. Like, your heart is still in this. You know? But the mental, you see something. It's like say for instance, I know I'm fucking up and I know I'm doing wrong, but it's like these promises, you know, that never come. Empty words, you know? Because, of course, even though they swords, it represents the throat chakra as well, with the moon. Lies! Like, everything that's coming out your mouth is a goddamn lie. You see clearly what the hell you're doing. Is this that the fate?
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, and look, with the 9 of Swords. I told you. Right after the 8. And that's him crying over that money. His actions. Now, yeah, you see something. He looking at the moon. He see the dark shit that he doing. Yeah, it's like, see the Hangman with introspection. You see, this is making amends, because sometimes this is an apology. Intuition. Right there with that 9 of Swords. I'm telling you. That's what it is. And there's the World card. Boy. Yeah, a lot of times we see what we doing. We don't give a damn. We want money. This is almost like I'm looking at this believe in this King of Swords. It's like he don't believe that his shit don't stink. It's like Chrisean say they don't believe it until it happens. Oh God. You know, she had to make that apology too, right? She ain't write that. They wrote it and said, "Here, post it." Oh my God. Oh, ChatGPT got all these written posts around here. Two to the side. With temperance, follow the right rabbit. And look at that. Look at that. The money, the will, the magician. Curiosity meets opportunity with temperance. Ooh. And see, temperance is bringing something into... This is, the Two of Cups is an intimate connection. And I was just showing you the masculine and feminine energy. Now, because it's on temperance, it could be a download of some sort. Curiosity meets the opportunity. It's almost like, you ever heard that, but you heard it in a way where I'm going to whoop your ass? You know what I mean? I don't know how to say it. On site. But I don't think it's necessarily that, because there's some type of information that's going to bring this situation to a close. The balance, the scales over here that needs to be balanced. See, that's the temptation with the magician. I see the cup. That cup represents options, choices, with justice right behind it. Yeah. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. That's let me go. Oh God. Let's see. Yeah, I think he need to pay big. Yeah. King of Pentacles. Right there with the Empress. The action. Going after that money. Something about some monies and choices. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, spirit. Look. Ego. Death. Bitch. Believe it. It's coming. Yeah. I'm talking about, this family was already fucked up, but you really fucked them up, Lemmy. Yeah. Yeah. This did not help their situation at all. Even though I don't think it necessarily helped the situation. But I don't think they can escape it anymore at this point either. It's like they have no other choice to address it, separate from it, heal from it, if that's what they choose to do. But they damn sure ain't gonna do it together. No, that's not the way to do it. Now, you may think that Chrisean is crazy, but for one thing, she damn sure let you know that she don't want y'all around her. When she said that Petey made a mistake by coming around the family. That's because that's the way she feels. And maybe Tifa, you should not have probably went to baddies. Just maybe. Maybe you should have just let her have that. Just maybe. Just maybe. I went on a season when she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe. I don't know. I mean, was it worth it? When you think about it right now? Was there another way that you could have, put yourself out there? Did it have to be through baddies? She didn't want you there. And I don't know if it was necessarily to stunt your growth now. I don't know if I'd necessarily say it that way. I just don't think that she wanted y'all around her, period.